Good evening, I'm David Kramer at the National Weather Service with Alaska statewide weather. For the remainder of the day, we do have a low pressure that is out over the eastern Aleutian Islands that is bringing a lot of precipitation to areas around the Aleutians, primarily rain for the islands, but transitioning over to snow as we get further to the north into the Bristol Bay area and along the KAKM Delta coast. Some blowing snow conditions expected there as well with the stronger winds, and blowing snow conditions also expected for the Pribilof Islands. Isolated snow showers way out to the west for the western Aleutian Islands. Then southerly flow out over the Gulf, bringing in a lot of snow to the south central with some blowing snow conditions through a lot of the passes. This does include a blizzard warning that is out for the Portage Valley and eastern Turnagain Arm areas from 7 p.m. this evening until noon on Monday. And some isolated areas of snow showers out over the Gulf side of the Panhandle. High pressure dominating much of the interior, but there are some wind chill advisories still in effect along the northeastern part of the Arctic coast until 9 p.m. this evening. For tonight, low pressure starting to diminish out over the eastern Aleutian Islands, but another low coming from the south making its way towards Kodiak Island, bringing more rain to that area. Snow out ahead of these systems out over the Bristol Bay areas, extending further up the west coast now into the Norton Sound area with blowing snow conditions associated with that snowfall along the coastline. As we move out over the south central, snow and blowing snow conditions expected there as well, especially through the passes to include Thompson Pass, Portage Valley, and for eastern Turnagain Arm. Then into Monday, that low is making its way further into the Gulf, but it's bringing up a lot of warmer air, switching over rain and snow to much of south central and along the northern Gulf Coast into the Yakutat area. For much of the interior, not going to see a whole lot of new precipitation, but stronger winds coming in, causing blowing snow conditions around many places in the interior. Up along the Arctic coastline, not a lot expected, but snow and blowing snow are going to continue along the western coast of the state till we get down into the KAKM Delta area where things will start to diminish in terms of wind, but some snow starting to mix with rain as we get into the Bristol Bay area and into the Aleutian Islands. Then on Tuesday, low pressure moving into the eastern part of the Bering, continuing with that rain and snow mix from the eastern Aleutian Islands, extending up through Bristol Bay into the YK Delta now, with snow out ahead of that into the Seward Peninsula area and up along the west coast all the way into around Barrow. Some blowing snow conditions off of the very far eastern Arctic coastline, but snow expected throughout much of the interior with the exception of the very far southeastern part of the interior. The snow showers expected for the Copper River Basin, mixing with rain for the much of south central, and then switching over to rain again for the Panhandle area. With Alaska statewide weather, I'm David Kramer.